Hello everyone, I thought I'd have a quick little chat to you. I am now, I think it's 23 weeks out. This weekend it's 22, so shit's starting to get real. But to be honest, my calories are still really high. I actually put them up because I just felt like I was getting really hungry. I was actually really run down last week, and whenever I get run down, I tend to use that as a bit of a diet break or a time to push calories up, especially this far out. There's no point really pushing things. I am working with a coach, but I know my body so well that over the years I've kind of learnt certain things about it, and they're really understanding and respectful of that too. But then at the end of the day, I respect what they say first, and I think that's really important when you're working with a coach, even if you are a coach, is that you know you're going to have your own personal opinions, but you need to run everything by them first. And if they give you a valid reason as to why they're doing something one way and maybe why you may not, then you need to respect that, and that's a massive thing. Look at this dog. This is my family dog we're looking after. She is 18 years old. She's so old. Look at her, still going strong. So yeah, that's kind of where things are at. So it's actually morning. I don't normally train in the morning, but I am on certain days when I have clients at night. Usually have a rest day on a Thursday, but I'm flying to Tasmania tomorrow, so I'm getting my workout in the morning today. So I train today, and then Friday can be my rest day. So I'm just drinking some aminos now and a bit of creatine and a little bit of carnitine. That's pretty much all in my pre-workout at the moment. And yes, I'm going to go to the gym today. Now, training changed this week, so it is stepping up a little more. So calorie wise, I'm still on around, I think pretty much one day a week on over 2,000 calories, so 2,2, and then every other day is pretty much 2,000 calories at the moment. So still super high, but I am doing a little bit of cardio, and a lot of people are like, well, why don't you just drop your calories more and do less cardio? For me, and it is going to sound a little bit dumb, but I am not dumb, but against a lot of things that I've talked about before, but I am actually doing a little bit more cardio to drop a little bit of muscle as well. So just finishing my workouts when you're more in a depleted state with a little bit of cardio. Now, a lot of people talk about fasted cardio, non-fasted cardio. I don't really believe in it a massive amount. I don't think it makes a massive difference, but I do think that if, say, you've trained for an hour and you've depleted a lot of glycogen and you're not on massively high carbs, then it can be efficient to just throw in a little bit at the end of a session. It's also more convenient than doing a whole cardio session on its own, because let's be honest, I don't have time for that. Some days, I don't have time to get up and do a whole cardio session, or and do that. I'd rather go and have a big workout where I spend an hour and a half, 2 hours in the gym, and do it all in one hit. So that's where that's at the moment. In terms of how I'm feeling, I feel like I haven't seen any massive changes yet, and I think that that's important to talk about. And a lot of people ask, when in prep do you start to really see your body change? And like I said, I haven't really started like dieting yet. My calories are still very high. I would say it depends on the individual. For me, I do have a fair bit of body fat to drop, so I'm hoping to start seeing changes over the next few weeks. If you're already reasonably lean going into a prep, then it might take a little longer to see changes. But yeah, I think that it's a slow process, and I think when you look at yourself so frequently, it can become a little bit difficult on your brain mentally. So the biggest thing that I say is don't overanalyze yourself, especially at the start of a prep. Obviously near the end you need to a little bit more, but for me, I just look at my photos once a week. I do my photos, I compare, I have a look at them, send them to my coach, we have a chat, and make any changes from there. So at the moment, we're just kind of focusing on my training, just changing my shape overall. So I'm kind of backing off doing a few of the heavier-ish movements, more just the angles that I'm hitting and things like that. I still train heavy, and I think that's something that I don't want people to get confused about. I got a PB on shoulder press the other day. So instead of benching a lot heavier, I'm doing more like heavy shoulder press, because obviously I want to build my shoulders more for bikini than what I do need to my chest when I was powerlifting. So that's the big difference there. So like for dumbbell press the other day, I think I pushed out 10 or 12 with 22 kilo dumbbells, so 22 each side. So I'm still lifting very heavy. So I think that's where confusion lies a little bit. Now my splits changed. I am on 6 days a week at the moment, which I do like and not like training 6 days a week. But again, it's just at the moment. But 3 of my sessions are quite big sessions, and then the other 3 are a little bit shorter and more intense. So kind of incorporating a little bit of like HIIT and stuff like that into the actual sessions, and more sort of circuits and things to get my heart rate up. My body was so used to doing heavy training, lots of rest, powerlifting, that we need to shock the body to make it change. So at the moment I do kind of 3 lower body dominant days, and 2 of them are more glute and hamstring focused, and 1 of them is a little bit more glute and quad focused, because on the circuit style days I'm doing a lot of plyometrics and jumping and bands and all of that, that I'm hitting my quads enough in those movements that I don't need to be doing a massive amount of quads on the other days. So usually it's just a case of 1 or 2 exercises, some lunges, some Bulgarians, I think I do box squats. So at the moment I've changed my normal squats to a low bar box squat. Reason being for that is I'm only going to about parallel, and that focuses more on the hip hinge aspect, so pulling through from the glutes. It takes the quads out of it a little bit more because I'm really sitting back into the rep, and I'll be sure to film some of those. But yeah, and still going heavy on those. So I think I was doing 90 for sets of 10 to 12 last night, and then I'm doing more block pulls than conventional deadlifts, because again, it's focusing more on that hip hinge. It's also a lot less load on the lower back. So there's slight variations, but I'm still squatting and deadlifting. It's just a variation of those. And it seems to be working really well. I'm happy. I feel like my shape's changing, but probably not getting that lean just yet, but everything's kind of going to plan. So today I'm actually doing shoulders and some plyometrics and core work. So I'm gonna try to film a little bit of this workout. My battery is a little low, so I am worried it may die, but I'll get in what I can. And if you have any questions, Ari prep, Ari anything, then you're always welcome to comment below, and I'll see you in the gym. Hey guys, so I'm going to do a little voiceover in terms of the footage you see here. Terrible camera angles because I had no one to help me, but you can actually see in the background in the mirror me warming up. So I am warming up my rotator cuffs with some Cuban rotational presses, just with 2 kilo dumbbells. And then I'm just doing some bar push-ups just to really retract my scapula and get the shoulders and chest mobile. I am hitting shoulders today, and then finishing off with a little bit of plyometrics, sort of cardio style high intensity finishes to burn some more calories in this prep as a form of cardio. So that is what I'm warming up with, and then after that I am going into some floor push-ups to warm up further, and then after that doing a few band pull aparts bent over and really warming up the rear delts. So enjoy this sort of warm up sequence. I generally do 2 to 3 rounds of that and then start working with the bar or some weight. At the moment I'm training shoulders twice a week, and they're quite short, intense workouts, so I'm keeping the frequency up but the volume down. And that's what I'm doing at the moment in prep, but this will probably change. Everyone's a little different, depends on the times that you can train, how many days a week. For me personally, I prefer a little more frequency and a bit less volume to allow me to be able to train more days of the week without having as severe DOMs from, say, hitting one muscle group super hard. So that's kind of where I'm at with prep and this shoulder workout. So again, incorporate what you can in terms of into your own training, and just keep it in mind that this is a workout target for me and my goals. So as you can see here, I'm just warming up, and I just use the barbell to begin before putting any load on it, and I'm doing an overhead shoulder press with a pause at the bottom, so nice and strict, making sure your hands are outside your shoulders and really keeping your core tight when you drive up through the rep, and trying to keep the neck kind of stable as well through the movement. You did your best to make me yours. If I knew how all of this would turn out, but nobody knew. And now we done to you. And now we done to you. Baby, okay, I let you in. I couldn't let you in. This is my first working set on overhead press. I'm starting with 30 kilos and going for 15 reps, and then I'm going to actually drop down in terms of reps and increase some weight for 4 set progressions up to 40 kilos for an AMRAP on that weight. And I'm supersetting that with lateral raises, and basically what I'm doing is I've got, I think, 5 or 6 kilo dumbbells there for 10 to 12 reps, and they're actually grabbing a lighter set of just 2s and doing kind of a partial lateral raise for another 20 reps. So a really good burnout set of exercises for the shoulders. And I'm doing a total of 4 sets of these, and it's kind of the main component of my shoulder workout today, and then it's just a few accessory things and then onto the plyometric work. So I'll let the footage roll, but as you can see, top tips for lateral raises, you see my elbows coming up and I'm rotating down and making sure that I'm not anteriorly rotating and hit too much of the upper traps and neck.
Strikes by my window, hits my chest right in the morning, like a warning. Could have slept here for days. I felt your heartbeat, felt your mouth breathe, but it's not real. We were close to see the sun, but clouds got in our way, and so
I am now moving on to one of my favorite lateral deltoid movements, which is a lean away lateral raise. I absolutely love these. I don't get a lot of strain through my neck and traps, which is awesome for me, and I really feel it as you're trying to push away. That's the big tip, push away rather than trying to thrust up. Think about reaching out nice and wide and trying not to bounce off your quad, and actually just keeping a reasonably straight arm. Again, elbow up, thumb down, and really control the movement as well, trying not to fling up through your neck and traps. So you can tend to go a little bit heavier on these than what you can for a normal lateral raise. Again, with one arm and you're leaning away slightly. So give these a go, guys. They are one of my favorites at the moment. I also did do some Arnold presses in there, some rear delts and a few upright rows, but the camera was dying, so I thought I better get in some of the plyometric movements. So here you'll see me basically doing an elevated split jump. I do it on an elevation just to make it a little bit more difficult and to also have a mild lean forward and utilize the glutes a bit more than the quads on the floor. Now basically what I'm doing is supersetting this with a ball slam. So again, I try to always make my plyometrics or HIIT exercises still relevant to the body parts I've trained that day, so working a bit of shoulders in. And then generally I'll do something that has a glute focus as well. So I'm doing 30 seconds on the step, 15 seconds rest, and then 30 seconds on the ball slams, and I repeated that for 5 rounds, which took about 7 to 8 minutes, I believe, and I was hooked. It's a really good way of throwing in a little finisher to a workout to burn a few more calories without having to do hours of cardio. So it's something that I really love and more utilize in a fat loss phase. I don't recommend doing this style of training year round because it can burn you out, but a really awesome thing to do if you do want to get a little bit more caloric bang for your buck out of a session without wasting a lot of time. So I will let the footage roll and enjoy. Alright guys, this is my second little circuit, so basically I'm doing 2 of these to finish my workout. So this one is a get up, get down on a step, and I'm basically using that elevation to really work my core more and also my shoulders. And again, you can work whatever elevation you want to do. I'm going to gradually progress this up a little bit more most weeks, but again, I'm doing 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off, and supersetting with my absolute favorite secret glute exercise that I'm giving you all. It will burn your butt, and it's what I've been using to really activate well and grow my glutes as a bit of a finisher lately. It is a side, I call them a ski hop to my clients, but a banded ski hop, and basically doing 30 seconds of both. The key with those is really to keep your hips back and keep that load there. Sorry again, the video angle is a little bit shitty, but you get the idea. Hips back and really keep the tension on your glutes, and a nice big jump across to the side. Again, I would probably not recommend these if you have any knee injuries or instability issues in your ankles, but yeah, enjoy guys, give them a try and let me know how you go. And I did again 5 rounds on each of these exercises. Outside today guys, the weather was really nice and I haven't done any of these jumps in ages, so broad jumps. I used to do them with my athletics training, and I kind of finished my workout, but I just wanted to give them a go, so I just actually did 4 sets up and back to finish with about a 30-second break, and I was just trying to see how many I can get in and the minimal amount across. So I was getting about 6 jumps in each way, and I am starting to work in a bit more athletics again. I miss running, so I'm definitely going to start incorporating some sprints and some power work, and this is a really good foundation for that. So I'm just starting to throw in a few movements a couple of times a week to help me with my speed and performance. Sorry about the butt sweat guys, but enjoy this little clip. About the terrible camera angles, I don't have anyone in there to film it with me, so just got it done. But I really hope you enjoyed that quick little bit of footage, and I'll see you in the next vlog. If you enjoyed it, want to see more prep, then be sure to subscribe so I can get my channel going and you can see more from there. So see you in the next one guys.